here in the Adirondacks. I am into the out. Yeah, so 3 years ago, we always had, the years prior to that, we always had sugar and flour and pasta and sauce and all the things, prepped back into a small pantry. And then 2020 came. Well, we not only upped our pantry, but we found other places to put things. And then we opened up the basement dungeon room. There's a room down there. And Bigfoot put up shelves and put a table down there. And, we started stacking stuff to the rafters, right? So 3 years ago, I put back about 2 years worth of sugar. 2 years ago, I was still buying sugar. So every time I would use a bag or open a bag and, I would buy another bag or two. So then I stopped doing that to concentrate on other things because my family and I don't go through as much sugar until we did. And I know, sugar's bad for you, whatever. I'm just using sugar as an example. So, like I said, we didn't really use it. I really never used it much at all unless something called for something like baking or something, which I don't do often. I really don't like to bake. But anyway, I do when I can. So, that being said, today I was going to pick up like 5 bags. I was going to go to a certain store and do that, but I found myself going to 2 other different places on top of the 2 other places I wanted to go. Gassed up the truck, all the things. So I only picked up 3 bags instead of the initial 5 because next week I'll go to that certain store that sells sugar cheaper. Yeah. So anyway, so just because you have a 2-year supply of things, if you're not getting it as you're using it and getting more on top of that, you will run out. And I stopped buying sugar 2 years ago, within that 2 years ago. So maybe, give or take a month or 2 or whatever. But it also made me happy because we had 2 years of sugar put back still. And it's like, I was trying to think and I was like, wow, it's been like 2 years since I picked up any sugar at all. Yeah. So we had, I kid you not, just enough to get me through, like, to go out today. And yes, I use sugar in my coffee today. I usually use the caramel macchiato. I'm not really buying it that much anymore. When I got the cucaracha, things all tasted weird. It tastes fine to me now. However, I picked up, there's some things in that, and it's not really that good for you. Yeah, so that's a thing. So, yeah, I'm getting half and half and using sugar with it. I'm not a real sugary person unless it's chocolate, okay? I like regular milk chocolate, not the fake stuff. I like the regular milk chocolate. But anyway, so the point I'm getting at is that when you're preparing things back and you buy these things and you're like, oh, we're good, at least once a month, make sure you pick up another bag, another flat, another box, because what happens is, well, even the best of us, which I'm not saying I'm great, but, we did have 2 years of sugar put back, and we started that 3 years ago, and I kept buying it until 2 years ago. So, just make sure that you keep up with it, because otherwise you're going to end up like we did and be on your last bit of sugar. See what I'm saying? Because it happens. You get busy and when you're not doing the things, it kind of falls through the cracks. Yeah. So that happened. It did happen. And that's okay, because I'm able to tell you guys, don't do what I did and let that fall through the cracks, because when we have a lot of family and company over, and it's like, you know what? We go through more. And then when different people are going in your pantry and getting different things, all of a sudden, you're like, oh, I need to be better. So yeah, that's what happened. So as I have a back seat full of just grocery stuff, I don't think I really got any taxable anythings except for pop. I did go to the mall, and I did go to Bath and Body, and I got 5 of those, they're like bathroom, I call them like pods. These things. Oops. These things. So, I get like 5. I try to go every 3 months, but usually it only ends up happening like twice a year. Yeah, so. And of course, I picked up some newspapers and got everything plus on my list. And there's some things I don't need to go back out and get for like 3 or 4 months. And then there's other things where I'll be back out next week to keep up the supply. So, yeah. I'm hot. This thing with the back and forth of this menopause, pre-menopause stuff. It's like I went another couple to, 3 months or so without a problem, and now I'm back to being like overheated. So, and it's happening again. So this is like my 3rd, 4th time since last February, I guess. Yeah, so it's been going on, has it been going on a year or 2 years? I think it started like 2 years ago. But yeah, my body can't decide whether it wants to be this young woman or start getting up here with my grays. So, okay, well, my friend Mandy's here. So I'm gonna let you guys go and we'll be back soon.
You like it?
Met a homeless girl.
I live with you.
This is true.
Why?
Alright, let's get it back. Hurry, quick. It's a human snail. I have most everything put away. I have a couple of bags that need to go into the dungeon pantry. I wanted to show you guys something very, very disturbing and what a lot of people have been, and will be dealing with. Demon possession, seriously, is a real thing. Check this out.
My future, I'm gonna get you fast. If you wanna get with me, I'll turn your face into a mask. I won't be wasting this precious time. I'll get you in the dark and then commit this crime. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I want your soul. That's right, I want your soul. Your soul. Your soul. Your soul. If you want to be a corpse, I'll bring you to my basement. That's right, I won't feel no remorse. You'll be like nothing left. If you want to be a corpse, you're gonna give me your soul. Taking it forever, left to pay the toll.
So, yeah, that's a thing. That person is absolutely insane. Whether they're kidding, I don't care what excuse. You don't kid about stuff like that. This is what your children are watching, possibly. Yeah. And we were all worried about fart videos. Whew. I don't know, people, but we don't see that kind of thing here. And let me tell you what, it wouldn't fly. It would not fly. So, be on the lookout. Yeah. Because the fun, bright, colorful hair, I mean, that's one thing. But this person, in my opinion, is freaking insane.